Life is suffering, and we all know that. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Many of the sufferings that we experience on a daily basis are either from external forces or they are internally created. And we create our own suffering so many times by resisting change. We create suffering by trying to stay with the same routines. We create suffering by not moving outside our comfort zones because we just want things to remain the same. So us resisting change is causing us suffering. One of the other ways that we create our own suffering is not accepting things the way that they are. Let's say, for example, your employer fires you. You have to accept it and move on to something else. If a relationship isn't working out for you, instead of you trying to force it to work, maybe you should accept it and move on. We create suffering by trusting others more. We create suffering by listening to what others have to say about our lives, instead of listening to ourselves, instead of listening to our gut. People say to us, it cannot be done, and then we listen, and then we feel miserable. People say this thing, they say that thing about you, and that you can't succeed and you can't do it, and then you listen. Instead, you should be listening to yourself. You should be listening to your own gut. And in this way, you can avoid suffering. Because remember, if you make mistakes, those mistakes are your mistakes. So stop listening to other people's opinions about you and stop creating your suffering by listening to other people. The other way we create suffering is that we are not in the present moment. We create suffering by having anxiety and stressing about an uncertain future. We worry and we reflect on a past that we can't change, and that causes us suffering. So the cure is to stay in the present moment. Like I said, many causes of suffering will be external, but there will also be internal factors that we create ourselves. So listen to this and think about it and ask yourself, how are you causing your own suffering? And if you can identify it, you can change it. I really hope this video finds you well. Thank you so much for watching. Stay well and stay blessed.